Shout out Set Go Recruits.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Set Go Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Luke Turner. Over here at Set Go Recruits, we interview some of the top high school football recruits in the country. Today's episode is brought to you by Athlete Asset Protection. For all your NIL representation and all your NIL negotiation, make sure you go check out Athlete Asset Protection. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, and follow the Instagram in the description below. With that being said, without further ado, let's get into this episode. Today I'm here with four-star class of 27 Ohio State quarterback commit Brady Edmunds out of Huntington Beach High School. Bro, Brady, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Man, I'm doing great. And then, bro, how's this past offseason been for you?
It's been awesome. We got a new head coach back in January, so just building that connection. Some new guys that come in. We're all kind of feel like as of recent too, we're starting to mesh together a lot better day by day. So summer ball's been great, and we got one more week, then a week off, and then we're going into fall camp, so it should be good.
Yeah, for sure. And then you mentioned that summer ball has been great. How's it been to be back with your team and back getting in that groove of things?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously summer ball it's known to be a grind. So as it comes as it is a grind. But it's good times. At the end of the season, this is the kind of time you look back on the grind of high school football and what you're coming to. So it takes what it takes.
Yeah, what are you most excited for this upcoming season?
We got a lot of weapons this year. So in years past, I've had one to two like big time guys that I can rely on. Now I have five or six guys that I can rely on that are all can go make a man miss when they need to. So having those weapons and just more weapons around me to where I can showcase my skills better, and I think we have a really good chance at winning a lot of games this season as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then with that being said, do you have any personal goals for this season?
Yeah, I think I was at like 36 passing touchdowns last year, so I want to get to 45 passing touchdowns there, and then I think I ended up with like 3,200 passing yards, so I want to hit 4K there and 10 rushing touchdowns, keep that turnover count below like five or so, and and then as a team just win.
Yeah, of course. And being a quarterback, who would you say you kind of model your play style after?
Definitely like the bigger guys that have the pocket passer kind of like they're called a pocket passer, but if they need to go make a play and then make a man miss, they can as well. Like I'd say like C.J. Stroud, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, to name a few.
Yeah, for sure. And then in times of adversity on the field, how do you best lead your team and stay in the right mindset?
Yeah, just keeping level headed. Football's a game where you can make a mistake, and guess what? You got another play up. You got another drive, another play right after that. It's not like baseball where you strike out. You're not doing anything for a couple innings. Like it. You got to have a quick goldfish mindset where everything just something happens. You got to move on. So just being level headed and keeping as a quarterback. You're a leader of the team, so you got to keep everybody else around you level headed as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then I wasn't planning on asking this, but I actually heard that you transitioned from a different position to quarterback in eighth
Yeah,
grade. So how was that? How
yeah.
was that transition for you?
Well, so I think it was sixth grade that I like really made the transition after my sixth grade
Okay.
tackle season, but COVID happened. COVID happened, so I didn't get a season until eighth grade. So I did the whole like repeat eighth grade thing because my first eighth grade I got hurt, so I had a stress fracture in my elbow, so I couldn't play quarterback that year. So really, my first year of playing tackle football as a quarterback was my second eighth grade year. So yeah, it was I was always behind the eight ball. That's kind of how my dad worded to me, where I had to work my butt off to get to the point where I am to get ahead of everybody else. So that's what I had to do.
Yeah, what was kind of your like thought process in switching over to quarterback?
Yeah, so I was playing this my first 2 years of tackle football, so fifth and sixth grade. I was playing flag football in the same season, so like I would go from practice to practice some days. But so like I really hated quarterback at first. Like I wanted to be a tight end. That's what I thought I wanted to do. Like people would call me like Baby Gronk because I was just like a bigger kid, a big Patriots fan too. So that's what I was just kind of that was just like my go to. But I ended up giving in, and I wanted to play like one quarter of quarterback because like you go like position by position and you sit out one quarter in flag football, whatever it is. So I wanted to
Yeah.
play one quarter, and that was all I was going to do. And then I ended up doing pretty well at it to where, I started taking it seriously. And I thought that might have been where I could, get my, get paid or whatever, however you say it. But I don't know. I don't even know why I switched, to be honest with you, but it's what I enjoyed more than tight end.
Yeah, you just kind of fell in love with being quarterback.
Yeah.
And then, kind of a side question, take us through like a summer day in the life of Brady Edmunds.
Yeah. So right now, we got practice Monday through Thursday. So we got a we get a 7 a.m. morning workout. I'm there at 6:45 every single day. So get there 6:45 to about 8:15. Then we're out of there. I'll come home, eat, shower, probably take a nap, maybe play a little bit of NCAA, and then I'll be at practice. Usually it's either 11 I'll be there or like 12:15 I'll be there, depending on if we got film early that day or not. And we'll be from there till about 5:15 or so when practice gets out. Do a little bit of recovery, get some ice on your body, stuff like that. Then come home, I'll shower, get something to eat, maybe go hang out with some friends or something like that.
Yeah, and then you mentioned that you like to play NCAA. I like to ask
Yeah.
this question a lot. So like, who's your like go-to team if you have one?
Ohio State for sure. I mean, Ohio State, yeah. I've been grinding Ultimate Team right now, so I'm up to like an 81 overall or something like that.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
And then so you say you like playing with Ohio State
Yeah, definitely.
besides the ultimate team.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like I don't know the game super well. It's just I because I don't have the new console. So like
Okay.
whenever I play, it's always at my friend's house. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
get the new console so I can play with all my friends and stuff. But
Yeah.
and then let's talk recruiting for a second. So I know you chose and committed to Ohio State a little bit ago. Kind of take us through like what was the recruiting process like for you?
Yeah, so it was pretty quick, to be honest with you. So I think going into my freshman year I had three Division 1 offers, I want to say. I had Arizona State, Miami of Ohio, and UConn. And then mid-season, I got like Virginia Tech, and then I had a pretty good season to where I thought I was going to blow up like in that January recruiting period. And then I got UNLV that January recruiting period, and that was it. So I was kind of like pissed off because I thought I deserved more. So I kind of put my head down. Then that spring recruiting period came up, and I kind of blew up. I got Florida State like the first day of the period, and then it was pretty much an offer like almost every single day. Schools are coming. Like I would have a 7 a.m. morning session with some colleges every single day. Like it got up to the point where like I think at one point like 3 to 5 college coaches would be there, like a whole staff would be there sometimes. But it was really fun and kind of surreal moment to blow up. And then I went to some camps too, like some bigger schools like Ohio State, the team up north. I was at Penn State. Where else did I go? Texas, and then like a couple mega camps as well. So I got up to within like 2 months. I went from like 4 offers or whatever it was to like 20 something. And then I was a Ohio State fan all my life. So I kind of knew right when I got that offer, that was kind of where I wanted to go. So I kind of stopped taking visits after that, like canceled a lot of uh, summer trips that I still had. And then I was going to go to a Texas game and I was going to try and make another game during the season, but I ended up not even going to that just because I knew where I wanted to go. So I went to the Ohio State Iowa game when they beat them. And then I was at the Ohio State team up north game. And that's when I ended up committing.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. So I want to go back to where you were talking about how at one point every day college coaches were coming to see you and you were working out
Yeah.
like with them scouting you and them watching. Did it ever get
Yeah.
like overwhelming or stressful at all? Or
Sometimes, yeah, because you're not. I mean, they're not allowed to text you or call you or anything, so you got to call them. So that's like, having the responsibility to call like all these coaches every single day and stuff like that. And some schools where you really didn't even you had no interest in going to, but you still want to keep those relationships. Like, it did get a little overwhelming sometimes. It was a lot, but luckily I was. I mean, it's a good problem to have, I'd say. So
yeah, for sure.
nothing that I couldn't handle.
Yeah, how did you best kind of when things got overwhelming or even like stressed, maybe how did you best like overcome that and push past it?
I mean, it's a gift and a curse, I'd say. Like it's something you got to do your due diligence to some of these schools that are taking the time into you. So it's I would if I needed to call a school, I'd call a school. Like it wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah, yeah. And then so I know you talked about your commitment to Ohio State a little bit already, but I just was wondering what were some key factors that helped you make that decision?
Yeah, I mean the fandom for sure. I had some family in the or family that have been in the area before, so that was like in sixth grade when before I even took football seriously. I knew I wanted to go to Ohio State, whether it was like as a student, as a football player, or whatever. But I mean, so that factor was obviously probably one of the bigger ones. And then Coach Day is continuously producing top tier quarterbacks that not only in the college level but in the NFL level that are going on to succeeding. And the receiver talent around you, not even just the receiver talent, but really the talent on the defensive side of the ball, offensive line, running backs, whatever name it. So I mean, you're playing with the top dudes in the country week in and day out at practice and everything like that. So it's a place where you can, if you're succeeding, you're a pretty known person. Like you're a national championship contender year in year out.
Yeah. And then so I know you said Ohio State was kind of like your dream school growing up, whether it
Yeah.
was like for athletics or just going there as a student. What was the feeling like getting that Ohio State offer?
I don't really think it kicked in for me as much as it like for my parents and my grandpa. My grandpa was the one that like all this fandom started from because he grew up in the area. So like my dad, when we were in Coach Day's office and he got told that I got offered, like he was emotional. And then we actually we put my grandpa on the phone with Coach Day, and Coach Day told my grandpa that I got offered, and he was obviously extremely emotional as well. So as a family, it was a pretty surreal moment.
Yeah, man, that must have been an amazing moment for you guys.
Yeah.
And then so I know you talked about Coach Ryan Day. What's kind of your relationship like with him and the rest of the coaching staff?
Yeah, Coach Day, I have a great relationship with Coach Billy Fessler, who's the quarterback coach. Great relationship with, and Coach Key, the tight end coach. Because I'm an early commit, so I'm being used as a recruiter right now as well. So recruiting the tight ends, and then Coach Hartline as well, who's the OC and receiver coach. Obviously, bringing in top receiver talent every year, guys I keep in contact with. But I got a great relationship with the staff. When I'm down there, it's a very like home and family vibe. I love being down there. We were just down there in the summer for like 5 days straight, which is a really long time for a recruit to be at a college from an out of state guy point of view.
Yeah.
So, I got a great relationship with the staff, and it's definitely somewhere I look forward to calling home.
Yeah, for sure. And then have you gotten a chance to meet any of like the current players or get to chat it up with any of them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some like Philip Bell, some guys from California, like Tavian St. Clair, who's a quarterback from the 25 class. Like when I'm down there, like hanging out with the players and stuff like that, guys that are, already there, kind of picking their minds as well. I'm pretty cool with the quarterback room, like Julian Sayin, Lincoln Keenholz, and all those guys. Going out to dinner with them. So it's good to feel a part of a program that's held to such a high standard.
Yeah. And then I didn't plan on asking this question either. But what would you say, you being like a top quarterback, Ohio State commit, what is like the biggest misconception about being like an elite
Uh,
prospect that people might not realize or people might think it's only a certain way that it might not like is it not everything that it seems? Or like
no, I
what's like a
mean,
big misconception about it?
shoot, that's a good question.
My bad. I know I didn't plan on asking it, but
No, I don't even. I mean, I don't even think they're off the top of my head. Like, I can't even think of one that they're like. People might think that you're just like some big celebrity when in reality, like inside, like yeah, I'm going to that school, blah blah blah. But I still feel like a regular high school kid. Like I still go hang out with my friends. Everything like that. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like sometimes these with NIL and everything like that. Like you might think all these guys are just like celebrities automatically from a young age and everything, but really like I'm still a 17-year-old kid. I'm a high schooler. Like it's nothing. It's nothing crazy to me.
yeah, you're just like a kid that plays quarterback.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, obviously, I'd take it seriously, everything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm just a high school kid.
Yeah, for sure. So you'd say it's like people people think that like all these top recruits that they're like automatically at celebrity status.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And and then my last question for you is I know there's a lot of kids out there watching. There's a lot of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks out there watching who want to be in your position one day, want to
Yeah.
go D1, want to play football at Ohio State eventually. What would some advice be you would give to the young quarterback out there that's watching?
Yeah, I mean, just keep your head down. I truly believe the quote, like, comparison is is a thief of joy, especially with the social media aspect. That's a big thing for me. You can compare your guys in the rankings and stuff like that, but just be focused on your journey because everybody has a different journey. So, I mean, go to the school that you want to go to and go succeed in college. And at the end of the day, the rankings, everything like that, it's not going to matter. So, just be you and go play football.
Yeah, man, that's good advice. You kids watching, just be you. Just go play football.
Yeah.
Man, you heard it
Yep.
from Brady Edmunds himself. But yeah, Brady, I'm super grateful to have you on today, to have had you on,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm looking forward to watch you this season. Thank you so much for your
Yes,
time
sir.
and
I
being willing to
appreciate.
come on the show.
Yep, I appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
You too.